ਫੈਡਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇਹ ਐਲਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਡਾਕਟਰਸ ਵਾਂਗ ਹੀ ਡਾਕਟਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਘਾਟ ਨੂੰ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੈਲਥ ਕੇਅਰ ਵਰਕਰਸ ਭਰਤੀ ਕਰੇਗੀ। ਨੋਵਾ ਸਕੋਸ਼ੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਉੱਤੇ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਤੇ ਸਿਹਤ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਨੇ ਆਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਇਕਨੋਮਿਕ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਤਹਿਤ ਸਿਹਤ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲਸ ਨੂੰ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਸੱਦਣ ਲਈ ਨਵਾਂ ਐਕਸਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਐਂਟਰੀ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ।
The reality is we know that health occupations have been suffering from severe labor shortages in recent years. You don't have to pore over the data that we can readily access with Health Canada or with provincial systems to understand. Talk to anybody in a community who's been dealing with delays in the healthcare system. Talk to the healthcare workers who are under severe stress. Talk to the people who are standing here who are now helping process thousands of applications for people who want to come and practice here in Nova Scotia. We are going to do something dramatically different in terms of how we're going to run the immigration system to address some of these needs. For those of you who aren't familiar with how the Federal Express Entry System operates, which is our flagship immigration program to attract workers for economic reasons to Canada, historically it has assigned people a score based on a range of factors, whether it's your age, your level of education, your work experience, and a number of other factors that will assign you a score at the end of your application process. The system historically has taken the highest scoring people regardless of which sector that they work in. I was joined about a month ago on Parliament Hill with my colleague Jean-Yves Duclos to announce a change to that process, that we would be targeting 5 key sectors that were suffering from severe labour shortages. Those sectors included health, the STEM professions, agriculture, transportation and the skilled trades. But the first sector that's going to benefit from this new process is healthcare. And today we are going to be launching the first round of invitations to apply through this category-based model. Today we're going to be issuing 500 invitations across Canada to apply, and within about a week there will be 1,500 more. The reality is that this new process is going to allow us to, we expect, double the number of healthcare workers that will come through the Federal Express Entry System as soon as this year. This is a big change in the way that we're going to attract healthcare workers to this country. For those who don't know how important immigration is to attracting healthcare workers to Canada, between 2017 and 2022, we've welcomed over 21,000 healthcare workers to Canada. But we can do more, and with this new tool, we are going to do more. The reality is, when you knock on doorsteps during an election campaign or where you take meetings in a constituency office, you're going to hear in Nova Scotia and in many communities across this country that healthcare is the #1 concern for so many families. And I can tell you, although it might be traditionally thought of as an area for provincial governments to act, because it is provincial responsibility under the Constitution of Canada, nobody sitting across the table from you wants to hear that it's not your problem, it's someone else's to solve. The reality is there's things we can do, there's things that we are going to do as a federal government, and we're willing to pull every lever that's at our disposal. I won't spoil some of the announcements that I'm sure Jean-Yves will want to highlight. Suffice it to say that we are making record transfers to provincial healthcare systems.